Yeah, it's still me. It's Garnet. Hi. And we are working with the Neurolite Practical Guide for Beginners. On the index here, I'm going on page 2. This is Foundation, Intermediate, and Advanced. You're going to encounter this concept in the brain gym exercises, the coordination, flexibility, endurance, and strength. You'll see that you can do those at a foundation level, an intermediate level, or an advanced level. That means that the demand is going to increase with each of those levels. If you go into the brain skills, you're going to see, oh, that's great. There are 80 of these things, and they're all divided into 5 categories. Uneven numbers. There's peace, cognition, mood, dependency, exploration. And you'll notice that if you go into, let's say, cognition, across the top you're going to see, oh, foundation, intermediate, advanced. There's that same thing, because the brain skill compositions of light and sound are designed, are composed, so that some of them have a lower level of demand. That's the foundation level. Some have an intermediate demand. Some have a higher demand. Now, you understand, these are not rigid rules. These are my best efforts at giving you some sense of more or less the demand levels. It's a I'll go back to yoga again because it's so popular these days. Different asanas have different degrees of difficulty, we'll say. And it's foolish to attempt an advanced asana, an advanced posture, if you haven't been able to have a skill at a lower level of something leading up to that asana. That's why some people use blocks, because they can't bend over all the way, or, the yoga teacher is not going to have you try to do a headstand if you don't have enough shoulder girdle strength and core strength. That's disastrous. So, foundation, intermediate, and advanced is my way of letting you understand, back to that capacity and demand business, that you're going to get the best results by having the demand nudging along the capacity so that these two have an integrated or a harmonious relationship. If I take you into a gym and I'm an exercise trainer, and I said before, you can lift 50 pounds and I toss a 100-pound weight into your arms, that's foolish. Now, the signaling with the brain is not quite like that, because with the weight, probably you would drop it or rip your muscles or something. You're not going to hurt yourself by having higher levels of demand with light and sound signaling. What's going to happen is the probability of integrating that as a learning experience, as a way of modifying your brain with neuroplastic stimulation, the probability is going to drop because you're really not able to get it all. You're not able to have it match up with the ability that you have to integrate it. So if you get ahead of yourself, you should try a couple of the more advanced sessions and kind of see what it's like. Everybody has their own capacity, their disposition, your age, your vitality, your experience, your curiosity, your fear. All these things make this subjective. However, in the Neurolite, because I've recognized the necessity, in my opinion, the necessity of working with the capacity-demand dynamic to get the most out of it in an intelligent, healthy way, by having foundation and intermediate and advanced in there, helps you have an appreciation as to the degree of the demand, sort of by general category. I made it 3. It could have been 5 or 10, but enough is enough. You can just get that feeling. You can always take down the demand level of a light sound session by decreasing the light intensity or decreasing the volume in the headphones. Right? So that's a little kind of trick, I guess you could say. If you want to work with a particular exercise at a certain level, work with a particular brain skill composition because you're attracted to it, you feel like you need it, you want it, you like it, but it happens to be at a higher level than your general capacity, you can tease it down decrease the light intensity a bit on your user interface and decrease the volume slightly in the headphones. And what you'll notice is like, oh, okay. It's like being at a concert. Instead of the front row, you're in the midsection or up in the balcony. A little less intense, I guess you could say. Okay, so that's page 2, Foundation, Intermediate, and Advanced.